'Cause darling, without you, I just farted and then I Scoobied down a poo. It was all brown and lumpy. Da dee da dee da doo doo. Take my hand. Greetings. My OBS was being done an update, and the update broke the browser.
The update broke the browser. That's
Yeah,
all good.
so I had to install a different version, but it worked fine.
Okay.
Who have we got? We got Cutie Pie.
Cutie pie. Oh, wait, I think I do like that. That's very
That's
clever.
very good. Yes. Kenkubot, but Kenkubot never contributes at all. Such a slacker.
Yeah, he just sort of sits at the back there and doesn't make a sound, does he?
Yeah, I know. Every now and then just makes funny noises. Ah!
I'm on push to talk, so I won't be making funny noises at everybody, though I see my V key going crazy in the chat window. Apologies for that.
Fine, it's all good. Right.
Yeah, I'm pushed to talk and all. You can't hear me farting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 8. There. Yeah, that's what I need there.
7.
All good.
If you looked at the combat tracker, it works so well. And did you see the thing that Akil posted? Building fast testing.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Because the biggest problem with the automated fast test is the amount of times it doesn't do what you want it to.
Yeah. It's going to start getting Mike and Akil on the case. It's just going to get better and better.
It's rather, isn't it?
And they're focusing on different parts. Like Akil's doing the combat tracker, and Mike's adding stuff to making add-ons and stuff better. And extension builders life easier.
Science fiction companions on hold, so
Why?
it needs more mic. It needs more mic coding.
Oh, you can't do stuff until the extension's running.
Power armor needs updating before I can actually build power armors.
Oh, what have they added to power armor?
Power armor has strength now and pace, doesn't it? So
oh yeah, well I need that anyway. That's going to help from rifts because a lot of the power armor.
Exactly. Yeah. 1. Okay, we're just missing Lone Wolf, aren't we?
And you,
There's only the 4
McQuaid.
of you.
You pinged him.
Let's see how this goes. There's about 3 opportunities for this adventure to just end very quickly.
Does one of them involve you pulling out the plug?
No, it's literally just a case of if this happens, that's it, game over. It's like, okay.
And he appears. You ping him and he appears.
Ping him when he appears. Sorry, was that in the middle of something there? I never really realised. So, yeah, so the table's up and I'm on it. Spooky.
Yeehaw!
Indeed. Right, I think we'll get going. I think actually, give me 2 minutes and we'll get going.
I don't know. They summoned me from Hades and then he asked me to wait.
I got me a shotgun.
I have a pointed stick.
A pointed stick. Hetty V, you think you was on your name when you was pressing that button? You've renamed your character. Hetty V. I use caps lock for my push to talk. Okay, until you start typing.
I went all out for me push to talk. I've got a foot pedal. It means I don't have to press a key on the keyboard.
I've got a foot pedal somewhere, but can't be bothered to
It
dig
works
it out.
rather well for push to talk because then you just stick your foot on it. And especially on your bloody sessions, I just keep my foot on it all evening.
Oh, is that why we can hear you farting? Right, okay.
Okie dokie. Right. Let's get this show on the road. Welcome to Holler, or Savage Saturday Cinema, which is set in Holler and Appalachian apocalypse, apparently. So there we go. So, I did convert this a while back. Not this adventure. This is a brand new adventure, but the actual rule set. And from what I recall, it's sort of set in an alternate Earth in the Depression era, and the big boys from the city are basically turned the place into quite unpleasantness, really. So,
Right.
yes.
Actually, having read a little bit on it, the Holler is a kind of pocket dimension surrounded by blight, where the
That's
big
it.
boys can go in and out, but everybody else cannot.
It doesn't really matter too much from the fact of today, because obviously you can't get out anyway. But let's just do that. There we go. That sorts that one out. Now I do believe everyone's got their bennies, and someone got the 4 extra bennies I promised them for the next time they played. So I think at this point, I just closed something. I don't know where it went. There it is. That's the adventure. I think at this point, it's safe to say that we can get going. So, yeah, Holler is a folk horror setting that takes place in a fictionalized version of the Depression era rural Appalachia. It combines the themes of labour conflict, local and cultural environmental collapse with a pervasive sense of dread and supernatural. In Holland, the mysterious big boys own mines and logging operations. They rule over every aspect of your workers' lives, subjecting them to extraordinary dangers on the job and crushing oppression outside of it. The big boys have transformed the land of hollow rivers bubble with strange chemicals, strip-mined mountains crumble into valleys, and the air is choked with a toxic fog known as the blight. The flora and fauna of the hollow grows more and more monstrous by the day. Demons of every description lurk in the forests. Mutant cryptids haunt villages and with their strange cries and appetites. Vengeful haints leer from abandoned shacks and lonely cliffs. No one's coming to save the people of Holler. They've got to take matters into their own hard-working hands. It'll take miners, granny women, gougers, moonshiners, bluegrass pickers, and holy rollers willing to fight and die to protect their culture, custom, and families. Folks who have the bravery to stare straight into the abyss and spit in its eye. So, there we go. So, when the tale starts, I've lost my train of thought already. Yeah, basically, you are. Where are you kicking back? Oh, you're kicking it back in the town, and I can't remember which town it was. Toby to Broadus. So let's see if I can find the map. Not that it really matters, but it might as well give you the map of share the map of
The
Holland.
lovely map.
Which it looks like I've got to put. haven't put the pins back into yet because this is the rewrited one I'm doing. Right. So there's the map. Supposedly somewhere on there is where you are. Not that it really matters for this adventure. I'm just looking now. To Broadus to ask for your help. I can see Burton. I can see.
What are we looking for?
Broadus. Broadus. Can you tell I nodded off rather than actually remember to? I don't. It might not be on
Bottom
the
left,
map.
just below Ashtown.
Oh yeah, there it is. Well
Can you ping
spotted.
it? Ping it. Aha.
Characters. Jed. Well, that's an easy Benny for Jed for showing the GM where the adventures. Okay. So basically, when the tale starts, the four of you are in the town of Broadus, and basically, well, it does say you're meant to use interludes to
Best viewers on.
introduce your characters, so that it gives you a chance to get some extra bennies. So let's do that for a change. I love the fact they write these interludes, and I never found players. Some players like that, some people don't. So here we go. So okay. So by way of introducing your characters, we're going to go down the interludes route. So we'll start with Bill. Bill is on spades. So Bill, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us one of the times you basically had a great victory or a personal triumph? Where goes Bill?
A great victory or personal triumph. Are you having a laugh?
Oh yeah, as a way of introducing your character.
I make elixirs and I brew moonshine, and every day is a victory for me. The best moonshine in town.
Okay, well, if I'll give you a Betty for that, other people can get more. I'll give two for you. Mindy checking. Who's up next? Hetty's up next. Let's see what Hetty gets. Oh, Hetty, also a great victory or personal triumph in your past as you introduce yourself.
Well, here's one that's bold.
What does 3 stars mean?
I'm 90
It need-
years
it
old,
need
living
Kant.
in this place.
Or did
and
you
I
say something
raised
rude like
and survived birth from 5 children. And that damn mine done took 'em all.
Sounds good to me. Wonderful stuff. That gets us to Jed, who, we're on diamonds for Jed. What's diamonds? Something you want or already have. It might be a material, possession, recognition, political goal, or even a trip you wish to take to some amazing destination, Jed. Away we go.
Well, y'all, I'm Jed. I spend most of my time out in the woods, just trying to keep the things going. Uh, me and most of the animals, we gets along good, but I ain't much for the big boys, and all the strange critters that have been showing up. Uh, I like my normal critters, like 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 deer and what have you. But there is no reason for all these demons that keep showing up.
Indeed, there isn't, Joe. You're quite correct. Okay, and last but no means least, we get to Ray, and Ray is also going to tell us an awful lot of space there. You know, I'm going to ignore that and say, Ray, you can tell us about a tale of misfortune from your past, perhaps revealing something of your hindrances or a dark secret.
Okay. Digging in the darkness teaches you there's evil in the inners of the earth, evil in the hearts of men too. It's easy to tell which is worse. I remember digging in the mine, and they didn't maintain it properly. There was a coal explosion, too much dust in the air. I barely made it out. My brother didn't. A lot of my closest friends didn't either. Death comes to us all in the end. It's how you choose to die that matters, but death comes to us all.
A bloody Scottish
Quite bleak
cowboy.
and bit bleak and dark, but thank you very much, Ray. Well, as I say, it's sort of it's early evening, and you're all sort of relaxing after a day's hard toil and trouble, and basically you're sort of thinking, well, but it's time for a well-earned rest and a good night's sleep when a local boy, Toby Butcher, comes running into the establishment, shouting around and going, Hetty, I've been sent to get Hetty. I need Hetty. Where's Hetty? Anyone seen Hetty? Anyone seen Hetty? Where's Hetty?
Calm down, boy. What's wrong?
Right. Yes. Wade. Yes, that's it. Wade. He, Angus Wade, and his wife Willa. They live in, you know them. They live up in the cabin up on the Hogback Hills, some ways out of town. Well, she's carrying low, and Wade says the time is now, and you've got to come, and maybe I finally find out where babies come from. He says, looking up hopefully at you.
Everyone knows babies
All
come
right.
from hawks.
I'll get a few things and I'll be right with you. And go get my equipment and my walking stick and and come back out. And all right, youngin, take me. Let's go and start heading out the door.
Indeed. And of course, basically, Bill, Jed, and Ray, for reasons that of the convenience of the adventure, you obviously always feel that if Hetty's going out at night, an important granny woman like her should not be, although more than capable of probably protecting herself against stuff, it's not right for a lady of her advanced years to wander through the darkness alone, and obviously, therefore, you're all going to go with her, otherwise the adventure doesn't work.
I was kind of waiting for her to invite us along. Otherwise, I don't want to get on a bad side, making her think I don't think she can make it.
Well, yes, but I
But
figured
you'll
you
need
could
some
roll.
moonshine from me as disinfectant, so I'll bring that along.
Yeah, I'll let you role play. I'll let you role play why you get to go along, but I'm just sort of. But indeed, okay. So as you well, as Hetty's sorting out her stuff, what are the three of you going to do from a role playing perspective? Obviously.
Yeah, I'm going to tell someone to bring blankets, and I'll bring the moonshine for disinfection.
Sounds good to me.
I've been hearing about a big old black bear that's up there. We
Mm-hmm.
we may want to make sure that we got some extra folk along to keep it from deciding old Hetty's lunch.
Sounds good to me. What about you, Ray?
Ray
Oh
Ray.
well. I figure if we're going out of town, I figure if we need to go out of town, then I best hurry along. Besides, it'd be nice to see some life. So much death.
There's the so it looks like you're heading eastwards on the map for the Hogback Hills. So that's good. So it's do you know the journey to Wade's cabin will take an hour by about horseback or jalopy. So if you're going to walk it, it's probably further. So take a bit longer. So what's your plan on how you want to get there?
Well, I know Jed doesn't have a horse or anything, so unless somebody's got something they want him to ride with them, he's walking.
Yeah, I must admit, I did think it's an interesting one to put that in. All the pre-gens don't have any way of getting there faster, and then say it's an hour by horseback or jalopy. So we'll ignore that. But anyway, so along the way, young Toby, he never seems to stop chatting. He's happy to talk story. He rambles on a bit, explaining about the cabin for those that haven't been there before. But he does mention, as you're getting closer to the cabin, he saw eyes a peeping and heard a mighty thrashing in the woods, as if something large was moving around out there. But obviously, going back to what was it Jed? Yes, it was Jed. Going back to what Jed said, he goes, "Well, maybe it was a big black bear. I'm not sure, but yes, indeed. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't take you too long to reach the well, it takes about an hour's walking, possibly longer at Hetty's pace, but no one's ever going to mention that. You arrive at the Raid's cabin just before sunset. Oh, there's a nice typo there. I'll have to fix. You have a comfortable. Oh, definitely lots of spaces in here. You could tell. I obviously completely failed to notice that in the formatting when it was on screen. Terrible.
We
I will
forgive
have
you.
to fix all this. Oh, okay, well, so yeah, you arrive at the Raid cabins before sunset. They have a comfortable little homestead on a cleared hillside surrounded by deep woods. A creek trickles by the base of the hill, though still present. Significant blight has yet to reach this secluded valley, letting the Wades grow their own food in a rambling little patch behind the cabin. At this point in the season, all that remains in the field are pumpkins and some lone corn stalks, which look eerie in the reddening twilight. A reel of smoke rises from the chimney, and you can make out the faint sound of guitar music. As you step up onto the sagging porch, which my map doesn't have because it's a pinnacle and they don't provide maps, so I have to find my own. The guitar abruptly stops and Angus Wade opens the door. A week's worth of beard grows upon his face. His red hair is cropped short, and his work clothes and he's in his work clothes and boots. Though you get the impression he rarely wears anything different. Seeing Toby with you, he forces a nervous smile and invites you inside his 2-room cabin. Okay, well he's got a slightly larger cabin now, but who cares? He invites him inside his cabin. And
It's
unassuming
like
it
the
appears
TARDIS,
outside.
isn't it?
Indeed.
14 bedrooms.
Well, it's down to what I found that was practical for what I needed, and someone had already done the line of sight for me. So yeah, he invites you into his cabin. Yeah, his 2-bedroom cabin now, not 2-room cabin. He's
Well,
unassuming. The front door opens directly into the living room, but it still does that, so that's okay.
It's at least it's guitar music. I only panic when I hear banjos.
Indeed. Opens directly to the living room where several homemade chairs sit around a rickety table, nowhere near a cast iron stove. A pair of rocking chairs face each other across a moth-eaten rug. Thin curtain forms the door for the bedroom, which is all very well, but actually the map will look considerably more impressive. But I don't have a problem with that. So let's go to menu, add to tracker, add PCs because that makes my life easier. I'll put you on the porch. Okay, I've got that. We got somewhere along the line. I must have used the wrong Try that again. Put you on the porch. There we go. NPCs. Wade Angus and Lilla Angus. So, or is it Angus Wade now? Yeah, so Angus Wade and Lilla Wade. You can tell I'm not with it. Okay, so let's put Lilla in the bed and not hostile. I do wish it would. The maps would remember toggle snap to grid after you close them. It's very annoying. Put Angus on the porch. Open the door and share the map. There we go.
Now, here's the thing. Is he an allied character?
He is.
Well, now would be a good time to see if we could put it on the party sheet and move it back and forward to character sheets.
Well, no, he's just an NPC in that regard. Why is Bill different to the others? Token-wise, I'm intrigued.
He's a little special in the head.
I've been drinking moonshine.
Because Bill has got a token and the rest have been using their portraits.
Well, yeah, but that's down to a quirk of when I set them up, obviously.
Don't be jealous, everyone. Anyway, doesn't matter, does it? As long as they work and move around the map.
Yeah, no, I was just intrigued. It's just for some reason, even when there we are. I like the consistency. That's all. There we go. That looks a bit better.
That looks much better. Yeah.
This unlock tokens, so you can move around. Okay. So Angus greets the group and informs them that Lilla is his wife is probably due to give birth any time now, and they can find her. You can find her in the bedroom.
I'll be using that on Tuesday.
That said, of course, Angus will only allow her
to take it with me to work.
Insisting it's improper for menfolk to see her.
Have a good day. State. Don't stress. It'll be cool.
Yeah,
okay?
Jed will give Angus a nod.
I'm not worried about that. I'll be up. Yeah.
Table. Kind of looking at Bill, expecting his shine to show up.
Basically the description for so obviously the Wayne's bedroom. They say this is a much grander cottage than they've really got, but it's all I had, so there you go. So Lilla is in bed with a pile of pillows propping her up. She, as Hetty opens the door, she sort of calls out into the room and greets you cheerfully, occasionally wincing or crying out as contractions come. She's always smiling, and as Hetty comes in, she explains how she hopes for a boy, but she'll be proud of any child she's blessed with. As you walk in, Hetty, she asks that you read the omens about her child. Angus, you can see, is not too happy about this sort of thing, but
we allowed in to that room, or is it?
You're allowed in. You can go into. Well, let me open the doors to the rooms you're allowed. There we go. Let's say that one and that one. There you go. So that's obviously going to be the child's room. Seeing it's already got a big bed in it.
So I take it there's Benny's here in the chat.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Benny's spoke to everybody, but
occasionally we have to poke him and remind them. You see.
You know what it is, don't you?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep an eye on that today, guys, because new computer. I've just realised. Well, no. Normally, I have.
All right, it's Mac. He's having a go at me because he doesn't like simple answers. He likes you. If you say why is it blue, you have to tell him why it's blue 5 times before he gets it. Yeah.
No, this is the first. This is my first run on my new computer. I've spent all the last week or so moving everything across, and I've just realised what I haven't installed, which is the app that I do. That because I've got my streaming window on a separate screen that I do sometimes forget to look at. So I used to have the chat from the stream superimposed over my.
Haven't you got OBS?
Yeah, I've got OBS.
Well, you can put
but OBS
chat
is
into
on-
OBS.
Yes, and it's in the corner of my eye, so I normally notice it. But to also, because I find sometimes I miss it, I also I superimpose
You have the little overlay
the
thing,
restream-
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I superimpose the restream chat over the Fancy Grounds chat window. You guys can't see it, but it means I don't have to look at another screen to see the chat, and that's what I've forgotten to install. So, cheap viewers on. I saw that one come in. Then we got the Benny's flow. In the case of chamber pot spillage, please distribute chunky bellies. Okay, guacamole. And I'm ignoring chat. You're quite correct. I'm not ignoring it. I forgot to install it. So let's give Benny's all round.
Yeah, I also tweeted it out
That's
into the Fantasy Grounds stream channel.
and then take one off Bill.
Yep, that's all right. I don't mind. I've got immunity, unlike Mac.
Immunity.
Yeah, I don't need to ask people the same question 75 times, even though they've explained it. You say, listen, if you put the dice on the table and roll it, it rolls. And you go, what happens when you put the dice on the table? And you roll them. Yeah. That's Mac for you.
Yeah. He's now saying you should lose Benny's.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Righty-ho.
That's mean.
What you mean? It'd be mean if I did that.
If you awarded me bennies, yeah, exactly.
Well, I just took them all off you. That's all.
That's mean. Mean.
Right. Anyway, where were we? Where were we? Yes. So, okie dokie. I've lost my train of thought.
See you later, Sam. Have a good day.
Lila wanted me to read the omens, so I'll get out dig into my bag and get out my bones and roll them, see what comes up.
Oh,
and regardless of what comes up, I give her good news.
Okie dokie. Well, that'd be a folklore check then.
Yeah.
To see what you get.
Oh, all right. To see what I rolled my folk magic. So I guess that's a D10.
Folklore rather than folk magic.
Folklore, okay.
Immunity.
A 9. Right. Well, so I'm going to say that basically, as far as you can determine, the omens don't foretell much about the child itself, which is what Lena seems to be onto. But you, for some reason, you basically get this distinct impression that when birthing time comes, this is probably going to be a difficult birth for the mother. It's her first child, and you get the impression that it may well require the whole party to achieve a dramatic task, perchance. But that's in the future. I wouldn't worry about that yet. But yes, but you also obviously the omens don't say anything either way at this time. Although you don't help, you also you did get the raise, so you do get the feeling that fate is not decided yet for this child, and this night may well, in fact, decide the very future of this child. But how you want to tell that to mother is up to you. Well, I look for something.
I tell her, it's your first baby. It's they don't call it labor for nothing. So get ready.
Sounds good to me. Right. So let's say you got there just around Evening. There's going to be a fair few hours to pass before the action begins. So, what's everyone else up to? Notice Ray's still standing outside. That's fine.
I am
He's
standing
keeping, he's
outside
keeping watch.
because critters come because death comes to us all. And if I'm going to choose if I'm going to die, I'm going to die fighting, and my death screams can warn the others.
Well,
Paranoid.
I'd say it's going to it's going to be after a couple of it's going to be at least another couple of hours minimum. You reckon?
I'm going
I
to
mean,
sit down at this
it will-
table then and drink some moonshine. Or maybe brew some moonshine.
Wait, yeah. Well, moonshining is your arcane background, isn't it? So that's good there. You trying to remind myself. How does it work?
I can distill.
It
I
is
can
just.
make. I can make brew. So
yeah.
I could make a. I could make a brew actually of relief or something.
You could indeed. Yes, that might be useful. I'd save that for the dramatic task. In fact, that might be helpful. But anyway, I'm going to say after a while, I think even Ray's not going to be want to stand outside for 4 hours straight, are you? Or are you, Ray? Especially when there's a talking and a playing of guitar around the table. So it's basically it's just before midnight, which is obviously a time of it's been building up for a while, but it looks if the omens are true, midnight to witching hour and all that, so it should be an interesting thing. But anyway, it's just before midnight when basically the contractions are growing much more rapid. It's almost time for the baby to be born. So this is going to apparently be a dramatic task that lasts 3 rounds, with each round representing 3 hours of time. Hang on, okay. So it's going to be a 9-hour birth then. That's interesting.
Well, you could start by letting the bennies flow, even for Jimmy.
Even for Jimmy, certainly will. Thank you. Did they flow there? No, they didn't. Let's try that again. There we go.
Thanks, Talon.
Thank you, Talon.
I'm not hearing any sounds for Benny's flowing.
Have you got the?
Because
Did you copy the sound module across?
I did. Did I load it? I did. You know what it probably is? It's probably a different key, isn't it? Authorization. Yes, that's what it is. I need to put that in for my siren scan. Oh well, probably no sound effects today. I forgot to do that. New computer and all that. So everyone gets bennies. Okay, so this is
Not just birthing pains, but growing pains.
Indeed, very good. Indeed. Okay, so this is a multi-person dramatic task that lasts 3 rounds, with each round representing about 3 hours of time. For Lila to avoid, that's an interesting typo. For Lila to avoid any complications, the would-be midwives must collect at least 3 task tokens per character. So there's 4 of you, so we need 12 tokens. Participants can use healing, persuasion, survival, fresh water, any other skill they can justify. However, this will be complicated by Angus's ongoing insistence, regardless how complicated the birthing is, that only female assistants should be allowed in the room. Menfolk can still participate in dramatic tasks, but in a limited fashion, subtracting 2 from their roles, unless, of course, you can give a good reason what you're doing shouldn't be penalised. Your relief potion idea, for example, because you can make the potion out here and it can be handed into Lila, so that would not have one. Drawing a club only compounds this, as the unlucky lout winds up hurting way more than it helps, obviously. You could potentially convince Angus to put aside reservations, but that will take a persuasion roll, and that will take up an entire round of the dramatic task, or whoever attempts to convince him, so that basically the birth does require the men to be in the room.
I could make
So,
I could make a moonshine of empathy and give it to someone who's got a good persuasion roll.
righty ho. So I'm going to turn on dramatic tasks. Actions. I'm going to put Lila and Angus on hold. They are going to be doing. Obviously, Lyda's preoccupied to be actually doing anything like that, and Angus is basically almost useless because he's being a bit too wound up about things. So let's see what happens on the first round of the dramatic task. And I don't see any clubs there. Okay, Bill. Over to you.
I'm going
The
to
first
make some
3 hours of the-
moonshine
Okay.
with the relief power. Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a distilling roll as you make your moonshine. A 6. Are you happy with a 6? That's one success.
I'm happy with a 6. Yeah. I've just dragged it on there as well. See that? Because now I know how these things work. Because Akil showed everyone.
But that just turned it into a hit.
Well, he's
It
not
didn't
meant to have done
actually
that.
update the dramatic task.
You
Which
broke
is
it.
all very.
I wonder
How
why it
have I
hasn't worked.
broken it?
Well, you have to do it
Anyway.
then. You have to drag it on there.
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
I might be able to drag it on as. If I drag it
Well,
on,
it says he's got one success.
that's because I manually typed it in.
You,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but Akil did a demo the other day. You should be able to drag it from chat.
I
into
might
the
be able to drag it. I might be able to drag it from the chat in. I'll try that with Jed now. Jed, what are you going to do in the first 3 hours?
Jeb is actually. You said Angus is going to provide a -2 to everybody. Is that right?
Yes, unless you
Okay.
unless you can convince him that you need to be able to get in the room to help Hetty and Lilla.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell Angus that Hetty told me of some herbs that she may need, and I'm going to take him outside to go look for herbs so that these other guys can do whatever it is they need to do.
Okie dokie. Okay.
And
You
the
obviously have to make
herbs.
a.
Oh no. I need better. There's better than that. There's much better than that. See, there's some specific herbs that Hetty said she's going to need.
Yeah,
And,
as a
and,
GM,
and
I can drag him. Okie dokie. So you and Angus head in the first 3 hours. You and Angus head out of the area, which means the other two, which does mean that, well, Hetty won't have any problems, but if Ray wants to do anything, he won't have a -2. I did apply a -2 to you because the
Well,
biggest problem you've
Ray-
got is
Ray's
Angus
not-
is
Ray's not going to have a
because
minus.
Angus keeps trying to hold
Sorry,
up.
say-
Hetty,
Aye.
it's Hetty next. So
Alright.
Well, I guess I'll roll my healing and see how that goes.
sounds good to me. Yes, I can drag as a GM. I can drag him, and it seems to work. To answer your earlier question. Oh, there's a good 8 there. That's a 14. That's got you. That's got 3 successes straight from Hetty, straight off the bat. So you've got 3. You've already got half of your required tokens. Ray.
Right. Okay, so I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but apparently they always ask for hot water and towels. I have no idea what they get used for, but apparently it's hot water and towels.
Isn't
So
it
before-
clean water and hot towels?
Oh, I don't know. Is it? Or maybe it's hot towels. I don't know. I don't birth
Hot
babies.
towels and clean water, or clean water and hot towels. One of them things.
Well, let's do both. I'm sure you won't mind because it's your wife. I mean, think about it. I'm sure you won't manage to sacrifice a blanket from your bed. So I'm going to take the blanket from your bed. I'm going to rip it up furiously into strips, and then I'm going to boil the water up in the stove. The frantic
Okay.
activity. I'm going to use my great strength to rip the blanket into pieces.
5 is okay. Okie dokie. So 3. Actually, I must admit the timing as described in this adventure doesn't make sense. Because if it's free, it must be up until mid. It must be the 9 because it's like, but yeah, they say it grows more rapid just before midnight. But then the whole point is, if you take 3 hours, that's 9 hours, which takes you to 9 o'clock in the morning. But the rest of the adventure is set at night. So, obviously, this is what you've been doing since you arrived. Logically speaking, I think it's the way they worded it. I'm just thinking ahead; it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, so 3 hours have gone by of labour, and we're into the next round. And okay, Hetty, you do have a club, which basically means there is some sort of complication in the birthing. You can spend a penny to get another card if you don't want a club. Technically, if you fail your roll on a club, then the whole dramatic task fails. But it's really down to you what you want to do on that one. You can feel really confident and roll anyway. Okie dokie. I'll drop a penny there. Yeah, you. Why did it give you another club? Oh no, there you are. You just double.
Because you pulled from the wrong deck, didn't you?
No, I just dropped a penny on, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't know what happened there, but it's fine.
Might be a
I'll
bug.
work that.
Oh
I'll test it as a player another day. Jed, you're up first. I'm afraid Angus has forced his way back into the room again. He make you. He's obviously frantic with worry.
Trying to make trouble again. I understand. I understand. I am going to. No, that won't work. Wow. I'm going to see if there's anything. I'm going to use my notice to just kind of check around the cabin a little bit and see if there's anything that might be useful for Hetty. If Angus will let me carry it in there.
Okie dokie. Obviously, yep. So make a notice check at -2. You got the 6. You're okay on that score. No problem at all. And then over to Hetty. What are you going to go for this time? You can technically use your folk magic as a skill in a dramatic task, as it were, but it would cost you some power points, which is just going to be a D4 power points, I'm going to say. Or you can pick another skill if you want to try something else.
I think I will try no, I'll save the folk magic unless we get into trouble. So we'll try the persuasion and persuade her that she's doing well and she's doing fine as a first-time mom. This baby's gonna be a big, healthy child, and all's good.
Sounds good.
And I think we'll Benny that.
Oh, you can afford to fail it. You've already got the technically 3 you need. It's just now you're trying to pick up slack in case someone else fails. So by all means, spend the Benny and roll again.
Well, I got him, and can't keep him forever, right?
That's
no
correct.
pockets in a shroud.
5. That's good. That's a success. That's all you need.
All right, I'll use that.
That brings us to Ray.
Ray is on spades, isn't he? Right. So I mean, so you've gone outside to get herbs, and then you've come back in here, and then you've asked us what we're doing, and can you just go away?
Ridiculous. The copy doesn't work. That's a 3 with Angus getting you away.
All right. Yeah. So should we?
Hey, got
To
sound
growl at him. Tell me to stop interfering. We're trying to help. Go away.
So that's a 6, which gets you another resolve. And Bill, you're up next. 8, 10, 11. You get 1 success. You've got the 12 now, and it's only a 6-hour berth rather than a 9-hour.
I'm just thinking whether I need to make something else just in case the crap hits the fan.
Oh, you spent you spent 4 power points last turn.
That's okay.
Just while I remember.
Yeah.
Because it's a random number of PowerPoints spent in a dramatic task, isn't it? You know what I mean? 'Cause
I
you
mean,
might
how many
have had to make
potions
more
of
than one
how many
relief.
potions of relief have I made? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna make a potion of havoc this round, because in case any shit comes through, flying through the windows, or anything strange happens. I know this place is weird.
Havoc is probably a bomb, so maybe empathy might work out better.
Empathy, you think? Oh yeah, I suppose we can help. We get what's his face to stop behaving like an idiot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
That
do
only
it.
costs you 1 PowerPoint. Okie dokie. Well, I make that 12 resolves. So it's after 6 hours of birthing, the cries of a baby can be heard from behind the closed door.
Is it a
Angus
Wilhelm
Wade seems
scream?
to calm down a bit. Angus seems to be a little more relieved at that. No, someone just did that's more a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and that wasn't me, that's for sure. I just
The
okay.
new baby being born.
Okay. One way or another, the baby is a healthy little thing, already squalling and full of life. Okay, let's roll that dice. It's a girl, I think. Yeah, no, oh, sorry, odd being male, even being female. It's a boy. Wade names him Tolliver after Angus's grandfather, who died of the black lung in the big boys' mines. So it's not Blanche, which would have been Lila's choice. The only other thing of note, it should be pointed out, although obviously only Hetty and Lila being in the actually in the room at the time would have noticed this. The baby is born with a caul. This is part of the I can't say I can't say the amniotic sac right now. But there we go. Which ordinarily remains during birth and is
Amniotic.
pushed out later. Amniotic. Yeah, there we go. I just my mind went blank. I just couldn't say it. Yes. Basically, yeah, he's born with a caul. This is normally pushed out afterwards, the afterbirth. But in some rare cases, babies can be born with the amniotic sac still intact, referred to as a caul. It's common wisdom around the holler that those born with a caul are destined for greatness. So there we go.
So I tell her he's going to be a fine young lad and he's going to do his parents right proud.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. You also has anyone other than Hetty got folklore? Because Hetty already knows. If anyone else has got folklore, you can roll. If not, you can make a
No,
common
that's
knowledge check at
folk,
-2.
I've got
Yeah.
folklore, but I'm just. That's weird. I rolled a 6 and it didn't raise. Is it going to raise or is it just crashed?
I think a big long think about it, isn't it?
I got a 6.
Okay, well, you got a 6. Ray doesn't, but Hetty will know this, and Bill knows enough that those great things that this child is destined for could be good or ill. And in the holler, such powerful children are sought after by strange and dark creatures seeking to claim the child for their own. Regardless, anyway, Lila is elated beyond words at the news that her son will be destined for greatness. She explains how she always felt there was something special about her baby, and now she knows. So basically, she her wild imagination starts spinning off yarns about her baby being the one to free the holler from the big boys in years hence. Angus, on the other hand, scoffs at the whole affair and prefers to put his faith in the Lord. In the meantime, everyone gets to make a notice check. Hetty obviously still dealing with Lila, so obviously is obviously distracted. Jed and Bill, you both notice movement past that window. It's on 4 legs, and it was definitely
What window?
There's something out there.
Sorry, past which window?
you saw something walk past that window heading towards the back of the cabin.
I think it means that window.
Yes.
Okay. Jed is going to just get up and head on back that direction.
Can I jump through the window? Can I open the window and jump out?
Hetty, we may have a. Oh, there it is.
There's the action I'm looking for. That's the
Did
one.
that
Look,
havoc
token
potion might
movement.
have come in handy?
It's a painter. An unnaturally large wildcat. It is staring through the window. You can almost see it licking its lips at the baby lying in its mother's arms. Fortunately, as you walk in, unfortunately, Jed, as you walk in to say there's a problem, basically the painter jumps clean through the window, shattering it's obviously not glass, it's just got boards up, so it literally just comes straight through the window and lands with a growl right in front of Hetty. Angus will obviously come off hold for this one. Lilla is just going to start screaming, and we'll see what happens when we hit the new round. Whenever. Oh dear, paint is going on the ace of diamonds, unless anyone wants to attempt to get the ace of spades.
We've hidden the painter. We can't see him. Oh, we can see him. All right, there he is.
Unfortunately, his stealth beat your notice check. So although you saw a movement, he basically jumps through before you get a chance to react, which is very unfortunate. Yeah.
It's a difficult one on an ace. That's 2 bennies down. I haven't got it up.
I know. Don't worry. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Actually, for a bit of, I'm going to put. Obviously, the father was in the room. I'm going to record slightly. Obviously, the father Angus is in the room as well, and as the thing comes through, he jumps in front of the.
Whoops.
He jumps in front of the painter just as it comes through the window. So the painter just lashes out with his claws at him, getting the drop.
The sounds are playing now.
I know, I fixed it. Oh dear, this could be bad news for Angus. Yep, Angus, in a desperate attempt to protect mother and child, is basically mauled badly by the painter. Hello, Twisted. Yes, indeed, Holler it is. Bill, you're up.
Oh, what am I going to do?
With the father lying on the ground, desperately trying to hold his insides in, the painter starts advancing towards the bed.
I'm going to come advancing into the room.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot him.
Race.
Is there a thing for shotguns if you use both barrels at once or not?
Yes. You do +4 damage. I think. No, is it ply? Maybe.
I think it's +2 damage.
+2 damage, maybe. I can't remember.
Oh,
Solid shot, I'm thinking it's 4. Isn't it?
Okay.
Are you firing both barrels, are you?
No, just one barrel.
Or just one?
Yeah.
Both barrels. If attacker wants to fire both barrels at the same target, roll the damage die once and add 4 to the damage roll.
Yeah, yeah. I thought so. +4 for both barrels.
Oh, go on in. Let's do both barrels then.
Does mean you don't. It does mean you'll have to spend 2 actions next round reloading.
Yeah,
if you
that's
both
all right,
are
yeah.
both barrels.
So
Okay.
So at close range, it's
20.
+2 to hit and +4 damage.
Oh, it's just point blank range, you know what it? So yeah, but that is 3d6, isn't it? So
As you bring up your seed sower and fire both barrels at the painter, it with supernatural speed it jumps backwards and the shots miss. It spent one of its bennies to completely soak the damage. Angus is just lying on the floor screaming. Hetty, you're up.
that was a good incapacitated scream.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out and touch Angus and do a healing on him.
Okie dokie. That
With
will. I
the-
take it you mean the power rather
Yes,
than the.
that'll
Yeah,
take 3 power points. How do I? I just double touch the healing dice, and it automatically takes the points off. Is that how it works?
No, no. What you'll do is you'll roll your healing power first. If you successfully cast it, there's a little lightning bolt next to your power points on the powers tab.
Yeah.
You click that 3 times for 3 power points, if that makes sense. The only reason is you do the casting first, because obviously if you fail to cast and it's only 1 power point, but if you successfully cast, it will be 3 power points.
Okay.
I mean, you can always do the 3 power points and then manually add 2 back in. It's up to you which way you want to do it. Okay, that's a successful casting with a raise. So you heal Angus. His wounds start to close. You also find yourself standing very close to this rather large panther. Hasn't technically attacked you yet, but it's larger than most humans. Apparently, it's size 1. So depends how brave you're feeling if you want to stay put or not.
I will, as a free action, I will turn around and look at the cat and hiss right back at it and tell it to get out of there.
Sounds good to me. Okay. Jed, you're up.
Jed is gonna whip out his bow and give it a shot.
Okay.
Do, 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 do. No,
Painter's
give it a
just-
shot. There we go.
That's it.
Oh, good grief. Okay, I am not supposed to be shooting this thing. I'll give it one more Benny. Yeah, I am not supposed to be shooting this thing. Got it.
It's obviously old and grizzled and got lots of very long matted hair because your arrow just somehow just gets snagged in something that's lodged inside the painter's furry hair, and obviously therefore does no real damage, even though thought you got a good hit with the arrow. And last but no means least is Ray. What does Ray do?
And I'll slide forward a little bit so Ray can get in.
Okay.
Well, Ray. Ray's going to wild attack. Okay, that applied fairly recent. That applied decently, didn't it?
Yes. We're test mode to see how much faster the combat tracker is. So
yeah, I know.
Let's all go ooh and ah when the combat tracker's instant.
I know. I'm trying to do stuff that at some point there's a test coming up for no other reason than to see tests.
Oh, it's good to know that I'm still useless at clicking ticks even in 3D mode. Well, you need to be there if you're going to engage it.
Yeah, so Ray's is bigger, is size 1. He basically squeezes past everybody, knocking them like bowling pins, and he wild attacks with a pickaxe. His miner's pickaxe. Hitting with a raise.
Two wounds. All right, let's see what.
Oof, look at that.
But that is obviously being savage, not being Savage Pathfinder. That is the last of the painter's bennies, but it has saved it considerable damage
So
so
you
far.
narrowly dodged the pickaxe because it beds itself in the floor.
Indeed. It's probably the low ceiling. As you went to hit, the pickaxe got stuck in the roof. Okay.
No, his hide is so
Move
thick
round.
he thought he was hitting the hide and he was hitting a bloody burr. Yeah.
Indeed. Jed has got the ace of clubs. I don't think I'm going to get the painter up for higher than that, so I'm going to let it stand where it is. Either I didn't know the extension or the auto picking characters isn't working. Oh, looks like we've got some.
Yeah, I'm not sure when you made the module for this whether you set reach under the old system or the new one, or the reach's overlay is too big.
It looks like
It's
everyone's got
only
a
for the
reach of 2.
It's only for the characters. I don't know why. NPCs seem to be okay. It's just your players seem to be out. But I don't really care about the overlay anyway. If you're going to engage in hand to hand, you technically need to be touching unless you've got reach. And then the range thing he tells you anyway, doesn't it?
I know, but I'm just looking for stuff because it's test.
I know. Okay, so Jed has targeted multiple people.
Well, I'm trying to target Angus, but it's not letting me.
Okie dokie. Let me do Angus for you. Angus is targeted. There we go.
I've done Angus for you, man.
All
I've
I
done
gotta
him.
do is protect everybody. Wow, one of those days, huh?
Oh,
You got to
all
change
right.
your dice, man. Those dice are not good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've got to change the dice.
The backlash is nasty in Holler.
It is very nasty, yes.
The backlash in Holler is, I think you lose the power for the rest of the session, don't you?
I think so, yeah.
The caster takes a level of fatigue and has exhausted the supply of talismans required for that power. You may not cast that power again during the session. That's cruel. Okay, so unfortunately, yeah, you take a point of fatigue, and unfortunately, you cannot cast protection for the rest of this session because you've run out of talismans. Protection talismans, that is. I did give you a Benny because your dice roll made me laugh, but it wasn't enough to save a critical failure. But what I am going to do from a purely testing perspective is, because you can remove it, can't you? So if we go and give everyone armor +2, that was instant. Did you see that?
Ooh.
And now, Jen, if you'd like to cancel it on yourself, because then it should cancel it on everyone, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh!
This is why we're in test mode.
This is why unfortunately, I'm not running Rippers in test mode tomorrow because I am a one shot is fine, but I don't want to put a campaign into test mode because, do you know what I mean?
No.
No,
Coward.
I would start a new campaign for that though.
Exactly. So, okay, Bill, you're up, sir.
Well, I can't do anything with my powers because they're all useless. And my gun's got to be reloaded, so I'm just going to stab the thing. See if I get lucky.
With your skinning knife.
I'm going to skin him.
Go for it.
Skin it alive.
I'm going to try and skin him.
Oh.
Right.
Well, you hit with a raise. Oh my word.
I skinned him.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 1 GM
You
penny.
tosser.
rolled 10 3 times in a row, I think, for soaking. He takes a wound, though. He takes a wound. He howls in pain and anguish as your skinning knife just cuts deeply into the flesh. But the painter is unshaken. Desperate to get to the baby, it's going to attack Angus again. Because he's got back up again, poor chap. Oh dear. I will spend a penny on Angus.
And that's why I wanted to put protection on Angus.
Spend another penny on Angus. Come on. Don't be so mean to poor Angus. Evil.
Again, Angus goes down again as he valiantly interposes himself between mother and child.
He stands up and then falls down again, stands up and falls down again. He should be a boss.
I get knocked down.
Ready to get back up. Can I heal an incapacity?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Well, here we go.
He gets back up again. And she healed him a second time. Right. And Ray.
I took away too many PowerPoints there.
That's okay. You can literally just type in the box. Breathing. You've cast it twice, haven't you? So it should only be, you should be on 4. Don't forget, if you want to get at any time, you can just drag a Benny and drop it on the left of those 2 PowerPoint numbers to give yourself 5 PowerPoints back. And or every hour you get PowerPoints back anyway. So
It's like that.
exactly, just like that. Okay, Ray uses his mining axe to hit the painter, but unfortunately his axe still seems to be stuck in the ceiling. No, he manages to pull it free and shake the painter. There we go. I'm going to hit the end of turn and start the 3rd round of combat.
What? Look how
Hetty got
quickly
a
those cards
joker.
dealt. What's wrong with this? There's something wrong.
A combat tracker that's actually as fast as it used to be. I might actually claim the. I might have. I don't really want to have to claim the adventure, but I think I am. I think I'm in test mode from now on. Right. No, I don't know. I think we'll go back to slow mode tomorrow in Rippers, and then I'll cry. I don't know. I'll have to think about it tonight. Okie dokie. Well, Hetty, you're up again. You can go on hold, of course, because you've got the Joker. Or you could. Arcane Protection is different, isn't it?
That way, whenever the painter knocks poor Angus down, you can heal him again.
Yeah, actually, I think I will go on hold.
Okie dokie. We'll put you on hold. The painter is shaken and is not going to be able to act this turn. Ray, you're up, sir. I heard him say yes, and then he went quiet.
I'm here. So, so there we go. Another wild attack. So I continue to pound it with a pickaxe. Oh, this is costing bennies. What's a wound? I'll take a wound.
It's a wound. I was going to say, because it's already shaken.
It's already shaken, so
yeah.
Another shaking.
On 2 wounds. The painter is on 2 wounds.
I'll take it with that.
Hitting F12 gets us to Jed. I didn't need to because someone else did it for me.
Okay, Jed is going to step over here and push Angus back a little bit.
Okay, onto the bed, yep.
Right, fine. And then interpose himself very much between.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I'm as in between these guys as I can get, kind of thing. and then I'm going to target the painter,
Okay.
and I'm going to swing my skinning knife.
Well, those new dice obviously work. That's a wound because it's shaken. The painter again yowls in pain as you stab it for its third wound. Angus is basically going to but by getting the chance to actually do something this time, is going to defend him. Is basically. Yeah, don't forget in Holler you can grab anything and use it as improvised weapon without penalty. So he reaches under the bed and he's obviously got an old walking stick there. He grabs hold of that and he starts brandishing it in front of him in a desperate attempt to fight off the painter if it comes for him or his wife and child again. And last but no means least this round is Bill.
I thought you were going to say he pulls out the chamber pot. I thought guacamole.
I was going to say chamber pot, but it's
yeah, no, guacamole predicted that.
I did think chamber pot originally. I shall give you a Benny for having the same level of thinking I had. Oh, that skinning knife hits, but it's very hard to get under the. It's very hard to.
Oh, that was going to be a damage reroll. Yeah.
Oh no, just roll the damage.
Oh, one more just for luck.
Problem with skinning knife is they're not really designed for combat, are they? They're meant to be used on unresisting objects.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, I'm skinning him.
That,
He's going in my collection of skins.
and with that, I shall take Hetty off hold, who can still act with her joke about this if she wants to. But other than that,
I will curse the darn thing and told it I should have gotten the hell out when I told it to.
indeed, sounds very sensible to me. Right, well, after, as I say, the painter just being an animal, obviously heard the cries of the child, and the cries of the childbirth, and then the cries of the child, and decided
I'm going to go and fix this window.
It's been around long enough to know things are babies are easy prey. So congratulations there. Okay,
and get the corpse out of the room as well. Yeah,
seems reasonable.
It looks like Ray's trying to go out.
Well, if Ray's going outside, as you start,
go outside into the darkness without a light because nothing bad will happen, and make sure there's no more critters.
Oh, there's more critters. Okay, so as you're dealing with the window, coming out of the darkness, and you suddenly hear bashing and banging on the doors and on the windows as they're trying to break their way through the shutters, and they're gibbering in slurred, mushed mouth speak. It seems to be talking about the infant, and they want to take the child to use its foretold power.
Where are these noises coming from?
All round the house.
Pumpkin men are breaking in the windows.
All round the house.
Okay.
All around the house you can see
pumpkin field demons. Lovely.
It's Pumpkinhead.
Indeed. There is an actual pumpkin patch on the back. That's where they came from. Okay, so basically, Lina fiercely clings to the baby. This pumpkin here was advancing towards the windows. Obviously, time to make pumpkin pie. Well said, Talon. Right. Actually, I think it's very boring when they're all the same card, so I'm going to split the pumpkins up. Makes things more interesting. Go to there and You round it.
Yep.
See
So
what-
there's no reason to bring back the accordion for combat trackers when you're playing, because you don't
What?
group anything up.
It
if
depends.
you,
Sometimes I do.
If you're going for a new round, does Hetty start on hold because she's on a joker?
Yeah,
On a hold.
I agree. Hetty starts on hold with the Joker bonus. I agree. Let's give Hetty a Joker and put her on hold. You're on hold with a Joker, Hetty, when the round starts. So you can interrupt at any time.
Can I? I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Of course you can.
I'd like to cast arcane protection on everybody. Is that
Okay.
1 point and then 1 point for each person?
Sounds about right. Additional recipients, yeah, plus 1 point per person. So it's 1 point to cast it on your first target, and then an additional point after that.
Okay.
Oh,
But I only have to roll it the once, right?
Yes. It's an all or
Okay.
nothing power.
I would
Yeah,
like to
and
come
if
off
you-
hold and do that. And
Yeah, and if you
okey-dokey.
I'll get
target
my walking stick and shake my chicken leg, and here we go.
and if you
good to
target
me.
the people that you put it on, you should be able to. It should let you apply effect.
So how do I do that? I'm sorry, I'm still new at this, guys, so I apologize for
That's okay.
It's
asking.
Do you
okay.
want to
On the easiest way is on the combat map up at the top right. There's a few little buttons. There's a little flag one that's target all friendly units.
I'm just going to add Oliver to the mix as well. Tolliver to the mix as well, I should say. So the easiest way to do it, if you want to put it on everyone, is you hit that little flag that says target friendly units, and that will target everyone on the map that's friendly. Let's take you off hold and put the combat track on you. The other way to do it is you can sort of control click, but the easiest way is if we click on that little target friendly units for you, like that. Oh, that's done enemy. Oh, that's because I've done it for me rather than you. So I need to click on you, then target friendly units. So that will do everyone, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 people in total because I've just added Oliver Wade to the mix. Because I've just realised I need to add Oliver Wade to the mix. Although actually, Tolliver, I need to have Tolliver as an NPC for targeting purposes for protection, but later on I need to make him an item as well. So anyway, that's fine.
So now I just roll my dice?
Now you can just roll your dice. Yes. Okay. Wow. Look at that. So that's brilliant. So that got you the raise. So let me remind myself. -4 with raise. So if you scroll down that, if you actually open up the power list and scroll down to the bottom of it, you can see the second one from the top says at arcane -4, arcane damage -4. So if you click that little purple icon to the left of that, that will apply that effect to everyone you just successfully cast protection on, arcane protection on.
I'm
Just found
sorry, say that. Where am I at looking at that again?
So if you go to your powers tab on your character sheet,
Yeah.
and you click, you got arcane protection at the top there. There's a little shortcut of the red dragon icon, well, the white dragon on a red square. If you click on that, that opens up arcane protection. If you scroll down to the bottom of that, there's the effects section. And what you do is you go raise, which means you're doing the -4. So the second entry down where it says at arcane -4, there's a little icon to the left which appears to be purple with a little white guy on it now. If you click on that, that applies the effect to everyone that you just cast. And if you can't find it, I'm happy to do it. I'm just
go ahead and do it because I'm not seeing at all what you're
That's
trying
okay.
to explain to me.
That's fine. My God, I love how fast that is.
Thank
Okay.
Right, but I think we've got to be. I think we've got a bug. So clear all targeting of everybody.
Yeah.
Right, so Bill is targeting the boy, is that right? Aye.
I don't know.
Well, if you clear Bill's targeting as well.
Yeah.
Right, so the pointer is on Hetty, and what I will do is I will mouse right click and target the boy. Okay, well that works that time. That's weird because it got Bill targeted, but that might be natural
Just the
selection.
average. Okay, and then obviously you just need to spend 7 power points because you've just given everyone arcane protection. Dokie. All well and good. And if you miss the square for that, you can just click in the PowerPoints and manually set yourself back up to 7 if it doesn't automatically upgrade them. As I say, I mean, you can do it manually. It's up to you whether you manually type it or you click the button. There's sometimes it's nice just to let it do the sums for you, and other times you want to do it yourself. I don't mind which way you go. Dokie, Ray, you've already popped yourself outside the window. Looks like you're outside the map. Let me bring you back. There we go.
So yeah, I will go screaming after the one the critter I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so going to bend on that.
Ooh, a wound upon the field, demon. Okay, well, that's the end of that one. I've only got 3 bennies left. Oh,
Check the windows. Check the.
Oh, interesting. Oh, they're resilient. If that's why. I was confused why it didn't get incapacitated. It took a wound and it's still standing. They appear to be resilient. These are tough critters. Well, they're demons, I suppose. They're possessed pumpkins. Jed, you're up next. As I say,
Okay,
you can hear
Jed.
you can hear other windows of the house being banged on.
Right.
In fact,
right.
you can
So
hear
Jed is
you can
going
actually hear them breaking. In fact.
Jed is going to step into the other room and step out of the doorway, target, and shoot. Hit.
That's a hit. That's a hit with an arrow. Demons, let the bennies flow. I certainly will.
There's a good hit.
Thank you.
Oh, you knocked the pumpkin clean off that body's head.
Ow!
That one always makes me laugh when it just goes ow. Okay, Angus. Angus now will basically stride forwards and guard the window, still holding the chamber pod. Okay, you hit Jed. You hear a crash and a bang from the kitchen area. The pumpkin comes advancing into the. Oh, even the tokens move faster. A field demon comes advancing into the room, and basically tries to with its claws tries to slash at you, but you avoid the blow with ease. Bill.
Right. At least my gun's reloaded.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Did have time to reload. What's your plan, Bill? Oh,
Gonna walk
stepping
down
out
here. Right. Now, Has Jed killed that thing yet? No. I don't want to risk shooting
Still
Jed with my
one.
shotgun.
With your seed sower.
Exactly. I'd be like, sorry, Jed, you got a load of moonshine
One
seeds
shot
up
in
your
backside.
arse. Yeah. 3, 4, 4. What's my pace? 6. I'm going to move forward a little bit more, just so I can get the range down a bit.
Short range would be 3d6 damage. Unless you do both barrels, then it'd be 3d6 plus 4 damage.
Well, I might do both barrels, because why not? Let me just add that as a sub-attack.
Barrels.
You can actually reload both barrels and still shoot, but it's going to be at -2.
That's what we said earlier.
Short range.
Right.
Oh, that's going to be a good hit. 46 plus 4 damage on the field demon. I'm not sure it's going to last long. Might be a short adventure at this rate.
No!
Down it goes.
Okay, now I'm going to pass my turn.
Okay, field demon up. The field demon up by Ray. Goes to Claw Ray. Oh, that's a hit on Ray. Doing no damage. I'll spend a penny on that. Ray. Right now, field demons. They do something unpleasant with their necrotic claws. Necrotic toxin. That's a typo I need to fix. Okay, you need to make a vigor check. There would be a penalty, but you have arcane protection, so it's just a straight vigor check. Ray.
Sorry, bigger check.
With no
Me.
penalty because you have arcane protection.
Right.
Sure. Okay, you do not contract the rod. You'll be happy to know. New round. With Bill going first. He fired both barrels again.
Well, I'm going to multi-action then.
Okay.
How many actions is it to reload?
Well, it's crack it open 1, 2, close 5 is for the third action.
Yeah, you don't have a magazine, so you have to do it one shell at a time.
There's 3
one
actions
shell
to
at a
reload
time.
it.
No, 2 actions to reload it, 1 action to fire it.
Yeah, so 3 actions to reload it and fire. All right, okay.
Yes.
Seems excessive, but yeah. Not very
It's a double
movie.
weapon
It's not
if
very movie style, is it? Actually, I
In
suppose
6
it is.
seconds, you go clack, clack, bang, fire, clack, clack, bang, fire. Yes,
Yeah, it's
it
too
is.
slow. Yes, definitely. I definitely need a machine gun.
Only the big boys and their henchmen get automatic weapons. You're just the farmers.
A farm.
It will be dramatically appropriate for the shot.
I'm going to definitely miss now. You watch.
None of the negative waves, Moriarty.
Always with them negative waves.
I'm going to Benny that.
Straight roll was a 1.
One more Benny. Even though I might never
Okay.
actually hit it with the -900 penalty, but the young Padawan. I haven't got no negative Moriarty's. Okay, I missed.
The first time you did shoot Jed because you rolled a nat 1.
Good man.
But that's
I
fine.
missed.
So yeah, you fire both barrels, but unfortunately, in your haste to get the get it loaded up, you fire and it careers widely and blows a small hole in the wall just there. I'll let you end
Horrocks.
your turn because you get annoyed if I do it. And Rayon shakes. Actually, maybe I misread that. Demons let the bennies flow. I interpret that as, oh look, there's demons. The players need bennies. I'm now thinking I should have interpreted it as the demons should have bennies, but too late now. Ray, what you up to?
Ray, Smashy again, I think. In fact, we're still going to. Who cares about dying?
Got 2 spare characters. Pumpkinhead, indeed, Hern the Hunter. Hit with a raise. Oh, that's the second hit upon that field demon. That having taken its second wound, it's naz itself to incapacitation.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go scampering off into the dark.
Okay, we go scampering off into the dark. It's quite dark out there.
Doing the human thing and splitting the party.
Indeed. Okay, that brings us to Jed.
Jed is going to attack this new pumpkin with his skinning knife. We're going to try that again. There we go.
That was quite a good hit with your skinning knife. Yeah, obviously you basically dislodge that pumpkin and it pushes the floor with a loud splat.
Yeah, I stabbed it in the eye. Wait.
So your arm ended up inside it. And with that, it all goes quiet. The field demons have been destroyed. Okay. Well, I mean, the pumpkin, indeed. Unlocking tokens now. Okay. Everything goes quiet again now. And what do you all want to do? I don't have any baby tokens. The Tolliver's token is the youngest token I could find. He's grown so fast.
Is anyone wounded?
No. Although it should be pointed out that to Bill that Jed probably could do with some of your moonshine.
Or the relief.
Yeah. It won't negate the fatigue, but it will remove the modifier. But anyway, the next hour
Okay, Jed,
passes,
have some moonshine.
The next hour passes quietly. So after you've done your moonshine power, anyone with power points can get 5 back automatically. Yes, the next hour passes quietly.
Yeah, I think after doing a perimeter.
Relief
walk
hasn't
around
got any mods in it. It's only got Hinder, Globe, Hurry, Pace, Shroud.
That's it.
On my
So,
character sheet, yeah, see?
you need to tell whoever modifies the Savage Worlds rule set.
That's you, innit?
Yeah,
Lone
find
Wolf.
out whoever that get is. Tell him.
Lone Wolf, come on, dude. Sort it out, bruv. You know what I
So-
mean.
So
Oh
what you
no,
want?
man! Come on, man! I can't believe it.
So what is it you want? You what effects and what?
I want relief.
Relief's missing the actual. Relief's actually missing the relief effect.
Really? Well, there you go then.
But anyway, it lasts for.
Congratulations, you're the first person to notice in a year.
Well,
No,
that's
I
because
think
no one.
everyone knew. Yeah, probably no one ever casts it. Penalties for wound. Duration is it? No, it's instant. Nice. Okay. The effects last 1 hour. It doesn't actually remove the wound. Okay. So you might just, whether or not you want to use it, I don't know. I'm just thinking you might.
Well, I
just
made
wanna
the
use it.
potion, didn't I, during the birth?
Yeah. Yes. Indeed, you did. So basically, everyone gets 5 power points back in the hour of in the hour of quietness of rest. You get
And
the
so
distinct impression
I
that
assume the arcane protection is going to go away as well, yeah?
it will. So on your character sheet, you should have you should have a little blue remove effect icon next to the arcane protection. If you click on that, it should clear it for everyone on the combat tracker for you. I could try it. I'm not sure if it works as a GM, but if you can't find it, it's fine. I'm just. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Oh, instant. Wonderful stuff. Thank you. Okay. It did actually. I would say the protection did save a nasty vigor modifier for someone getting the rot. So obviously you can move around. You could get a chance to clear the death markers. You do get a chance to tidy up some of the places, secure it no more. You have a horrible feeling that it's going to be a long night. Saying as everyone seems most interested in this newly born child.
Well, boys,
Okay.
we'll just have to stay put and make sure nothing happens to this fella.
Hey. Oh, we've got an error code, but that's one of my error codes. Missing data record, check your module, unable to add an NPC. Oh, that's helpful, isn't it? Did I forget to build the NPC properly? This is why I like playtesting my adventures before they get released. Putting tames there, so why didn't it not work? I don't know. Must be something wrong with the encounter.
Yeah,
Later.
this is the older rule book we're using.
Well, it's the one I've got. I did an update the other day.
Yeah, I meant that I don't push updates because too complicated to talk about. But
Okay. Do that. Scroll down a bit. And I'm going to have to move these around a bit because they're all off the map. There. Put that there. Put that one over there. That one over there. That's all good. And then do that and then that. Okay. So it's been about an hour. A voice calls from the outside. Excuse me. Will you
Excuse
let me
you?
in? Excuse me. Will you let me in?
No. Definitely
Like,
sounds like a vampire.
Mhm.
Anything else going to come in? Probably a bad guy.
You could always you can.
What do you
It
want?
was very politely asked.
it's a pixie thing. We can go.
There appears to be quite a there do appear to be pixies flitting around the place, but the voice is coming from the steps. It appears to be standing on the steps.
I can come out if you want.
I ask again, please, may I enter this humble cabin? Standing. If you crack open the door, standing on the steps before you is a very live, very beautiful humanoid. Doesn't certainly doesn't look human. Probably Fae. By the way, her skin shimmers and sparkles. Standing a bit further, sorry, there's
It's a
pixies
tame
floating around the
pudding.
place. But you also do notice there is what appears to be another member of the Fae, a Bodoch, standing a bit further back. Yeah, fearsome Bodoch and a small cloud of pixies. The Bodoch is staring back up at you with its eyes aflame. If anyone wants to make if you've got common knowledge, you can make a common knowledge check at -2. If you've got folklore, you can make a folklore check without anything else. And Ray gets to make a fear check after that as well, because the Bodock's quite scary.
Any
If he gets a
penalty on it?
bonus on, there's no penalty on the fear check unless you're a child. Hetty, you get a bonus on your folklore, so you succeed on a 3, believe it or not, against this. Bodock are Fae. They are frightening to behold. A loathsome thing that creeps through the night, all fangs and
Ooh,
claws, and
interesting.
dull orange eyes. This beastie lurks in abandoned houses, ash pits, or flooded crosses. Everywhere where danger waits for careless children, this bogeyman is at hand. They basically, supposedly, the theory is they abduct children back to the land of the Fae.
I may have to put this in hotbar because
Okay, so that is Ray having to roll on the fear table.
no, I'm blowing bennies. There we go. Success.
Do I have to wait till the
Shall I
round
roll
to
anyway to
start
see
to
what would have
cast a
happened?
spell?
Oh no, we're out of combat. This is pure. This is not a combat round. I say he's the Bodoch is you can move freely. By the way, the Bodoch is hanging back. The live beautiful young lady that's on the step is again. So I was just rolling to see what would happen. You'd be distracted. The live Fae woman again says, "Please, may I enter the cabin? Only I will enter."
I'm going to say no. You may not come in, but but let me give you an invitation to leave, and I will step through the doorway and hit her with the pickaxe.
You're going to attack the Fae.
I'd like to cast arcane protection on everybody again, please.
I think he's trying to say don't do that without actually saying don't do that.
No, I'm just. That's fine. He's going to. He wants to turn. What he wants to turn. But that's fine. It's not a problem.
If I die, it's got nothing to do with me. So what?
Okie dokie. Not a problem. Okay. As you go to step forwards, the Bodock goes. Hostility! In a very creepy voice. They all turn red. It'd be interesting. Right. Okie dokie. So, okay, Pudding Tane is going first. Unless anyone wants to spend bennies to move themselves up the combat tracker. For Ray is attacking a member of the Fae with a lot of with didn't go, so let's do that. Oh, you got the 6 instead.
Okay. Could you target everybody with an arcane protection for me, please?
Oh god, Hetty's going first. My word. Target friendly units. No, that didn't work. Yeah, that's me. I need to click on you first, then target friendly units. There we go. Okay, that's a successful casting.
Not successful enough. I'd like to try again, please.
Okie dokie.
Just drag a
What's it
Benny onto the
expected to do?
casting and it will redo it.
Or you just spend a penny and roll manually. I don't mind which way you go. Why is it saying you're reconnecting?
Because I'm reconnecting. Because in my multitasking modus, I noticed that I'm back in fucking live mode.
Oh.
So even though you've been all that high speed stuff, I have been in live the whole time.
Oh, right.
Even though I told you to load test.
And you still feel the need to be a Vulgarian.
Is going to have to be
No, I did. That's not vulgarity. It's just swearing.
I'm joking. Okay, well, arcane protection is placed on anyone, which is very useful because it happens just in time before Pudding Dame. Well, that's her name. It's Ray with a slumber.
Oof.
So that's actually a -2 on the casting because obviously, but it still makes it a raise. -2 because of your arcane protection. So, okay. Well, hang on. I'm going to make. Actually, in fact, I'm going to make that. Don't know who I'm going to hit other than. She doesn't know who she's going to hit because she can only see you two in the doorway. So that's Ray and Jed. Ray and Jed are hit. So you both get to make spirit checks at -2, or you're going to fall asleep. It's going to cost me 2, 3 power. 3. It's going to cost me 4 power points, 6 power points.
Oof, this could get expensive really quickly, couldn't it?
Okay, Jed is okay. Ray is going to fall asleep.
Right, well, unless I can Benny out of it.
And unfortunately, the sleep won't shake this feeling of tiredness afterwards, I'm afraid.
Oh dear, we're in trouble.
Right, you're asleep.
Oh no, there's a 6. It's a 6. And there's the Benny for it. 21 Benny.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that was close because that was slumber with fatigue. But there we go. Pudding Tame looks most put out as the arcane protection prevents the two targets from nodding off. Okay, that gets us to Angus, who's obviously well, he's had enough of this. He does need something. He's going to go into his NPCs. I won't find anything there. He's going to go striding out and over to the fireplace. I need to look tokens movement. How much was that? Yeah, he's going to have to run. Keep clicking NPCs instead of items, because obviously they look very similar, don't they? He grabs his seed sower from over the fireplace and loads it. Oh, gosh, what I've done there. Ray, you're up. Seeing you decided you wanted to attack the Fae. When social conflict was an option, you just went for conflict.
Well, I'm going to heroically walk to my own death. That's what I said.
I know.
Right, so I will pull up my pickaxe and strike the door frame, producing sparks.
Okay.
And there'll be a loud hiss. And I said, I was in mine. There was an explosion. I know about explosions, and I will throw a stick of dynamite at them.
I forgot you had dynamite. Okay, make that roll. I forgot you had 4 sticks of dynamite.
By the way, just in case it misses and we've only got one Benny to correct, just don't worry. Just keep
Is
it
it too late for
back
me to
of
waste
it.
a penny on changing my card?
You can if you want to. I didn't realise you weren't around, so you can, of course. Oh, that's an accurate throw. So it's going to land in. It's going to land.
Bill got a joker.
Obviously, Bill went on hold.
Bill did go on hold, but he gives everyone bennies as well because he's very generous.
Let's give everyone bennies because he got
Apart
a
from
joker.
Mac D.
So-
Apart from Mac D. He's not getting any.
There's a feud going on here, I think.
No, there's not really.
I know, I'm joking.
He's just a knob.
Wonder if I should Benny the damage for a laugh. Yeah, go on. Let's see if you can do better than a 7.
Notice now it's going to make you roll for each one. But that's fine. You
I know,
obviously re-roll for the
but
material.
yeah, I know, but
Sorry.
it's so you Benny damage. It only rolls on 1, doesn't it?
Well, technically, you're meant to roll once per target anyway, so I'm happy.
But yeah, I know. What I've done is everybody's targeted. So what I've done is I press the damage button once to see what would happen. But technically, you're supposed to roll for each damage. We do it that way. It's up to you.
Well, it's an interesting because in the old days, before Suede, I'm not sure if I have to check the rules as written for Suede. For Deluxe, you rolled once for extras and once per wild card, didn't you? Is how it used to be.
Now it's just once
So
per person. Now it's here.
I know, but because it was, yeah. So I'm happy. It's really down to you if you want to just if you want to roll them one at a time. It's up to you.
Yeah, do it one at a time.
Just do one. Just do one roll for saved in time.
Yeah. Okay. So pudding tame. I tell you what. You can. Let me apply the damages. So the dynamite takes out that pixie. Takes out that pixie. Takes out that pixie. Then takes out that pixie.
It's on 9 at the minute.
Okay. So yeah. So pixie 1 goes. Pixie 2 goes. Pixie 6 goes. As they just blown apart. You've rolled the damage for the Bodok and shaken him. So roll the damage now, because this is the damage for Pudding Tame. Quite a lot of damage you've just done to Pudding Tame. It's quite annoying, really.
I've got to let the cat in. Hang on.
Okay. You have to spend all the bennies in a desperate attempt not to have her wings blown off. Okay, well, that's Pudding Tame is not looking very good. All she wanted to do was take the child to the Fey Queen. But anyway.
And I didn't even blow the doors off.
That brings us to Jed.
Yeah, when all else fails, start with violence, I guess. Well, I know Bodocs are kind of bad things, so let's go ahead and try shooting him and see if we can him.
You get to make a fear check, actually, now you can see him.
I did. I rolled a 7.
Okay, I trust you. I trust all of you.
I'm sure we were supposed to remember something about Faye, but I forgot.
Now, fatigue, should I be ignoring that point? Would that have been a raise?
Yes, it would have been.
Okay.
Let's put it on as an effect. If I can remember how to do it. It is open brackets. Ignore fatigue 1, isn't it? Is it hash 1?
Yeah.
How it works. That didn't do it, is it? At enormous? Is it at? What is it? Oh, hang on. Is it in effects? I can't remember. Bumps and bruises is fatigued. Anything in the way of ignore? I can't remember how it works. Ignore hash fatigue. Let's try ignore hash fatigue. I'm just going to remember how to make it work here. Yeah, you're just going to have to put a -1 in. You just have to.
Yep. Yep.
Ju-
It's all good.
Okay, because I can't remember how to do it. Okay, so you did 12 points of damage. You did 15 points of damage, which is 2 wounds. My word. The Boduck just looks at the arrow sticking out of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Only because it's soaked.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, Little Wade is going on hold. So with Tolliver. Okay, Pixie number 3. This could get really interesting. Okay, Pixies. Didn't bother studying up on their stats because I thought we'd be in a nice social. Okay, they're meant to be treated as a swarm, but
We're supposed to talk to them, are we? But someone decided not to.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Right. So this pixie's going to come flying through the window here.
I'm going to shoot him if he comes through that window.
Actually, he doesn't need to come through the window. The pixie flies up to the window. He hasn't been invited in, so pixie is just going to get up to the window there and drop a medium burst template.
And I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to come off hold and shoot him.
Oh, you're over there. Of course, you can come off hold and shoot the pixie. Okay, well, maybe Pixie 3 isn't going to do anything. Was that single barrel you did that time? Yes.
Single barrel, yep.
Ow!
And now I'm going to shoot the other one.
Okay.
Oh, not even that.
Flies out the way.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh! Okie dokie. What should we do here?
What can you do?
It's a shotgun. It can't really.
Shoot backwards, can it?
No. I think what we're going to have happen is obviously. I think this is obviously what I think we're going to have to say. This is a hot shot. It's too much powder in this one, or something's wrong with it. And as it opens fire, basically, it literally it explodes in the barrel, destroying your seed sower.
Oh, booger.
As it literally just just make the barrel. It doesn't actually shrapnel out, but you fire it, and there's a huge sort of thud inside the gun and explosion, and then you look down, the barrel's sort of bulged and slightly bent outwards, which might not be realistic, but I don't want to actually hurt anyone with all 3 of you on top of each other. Okay, so that was Pixie number 3 who's gone, but we're on to Pixie number 4. Pixie number 4 is going to go flying. What is the Pixie's flight? Actually, I am tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to take Pixie number 4, Pixie number 5, Pixie number 9, and get rid of them. Pixie number 9 and Pixie number 8. Yeah. And turn them into a pixie form. They're going to fly. That's a pixie swarm. So that means you can't. Actually, I'm not sure that's even not if that's better or not, because that means you can't just shoot them now. Oh well. Bad idea. Let's bring them back as separates. Okay. Anyway, he gets to there. That's fine. We'll have us on the next one. That one will basically have to be on the map, so we'll put him. He flies to there. That one's over here. So this one's going to. Yeah, this one is just going to. It basically starts muttering away and has this little pouch as it sort of puts it into a sling and just fires it at you as it mutters something. And the pouch explodes, and all you can see in front of the eyes, all three of you, are sparkles. I didn't get the ranks. 2 power points plus area of effect makes it 4 power points. So it's basically success means the victim's -2. It's an automatic one. You get to shake it off later. Unpleasant, isn't it? As you're all blinded by pixie dust.
As Jib is trying to wave his hand in front of his face, he says, "Is your name Sassafras by any chance?"
Your arcane protection did reduce that 6 to a 4 for the record. So if I'd actually rolled a 5, you would have been fine because of your arcane protection. I like that about Sassafras. I'm going to reward everyone in Benny's for the Sassafras. It made me smile. Another pixie is going to come flying over here and get to there. Okay, the Bodak. The Bodak isn't so nice. It's just going to come up to the doorway and at which point, actually, this ironically, Bill might be okay here because he's harder to see. You get to make a fear check, Bill. As the Bodak comes charging towards you.
Oh, Bodaks, I ate them.
Well, you're not scared of it, that's for sure. Okay, I think it's still only hitting the 3 of you. As a once per day. Okay, so I need. Oh, actually, because of the trait modifier, normally, obviously, blindness wouldn't affect your trait, but the penalty the 3 of you got for being blind is actually the penalty for the stun. So, if all 3 of you, all 3 men, if they can make a vigor check, as the Bodak unleashes a piercing wail that mimics the cries of a distressed human child. If you fail, you're stunned. None of you are stunned by the look of things. Okie dokie.
Managed to cover
Now,
our ears.
You managed to cover your ears in time, so that's all the Bodak gets to do.
So that gun misfiring was good because it meant I dropped it on the floor and then covered my ears.
Indeed, it probably obviously helps you all with the loud noises. It's right. Pixies, they're not pixie swarms; they're just pixies. This is as bad as the other day, isn't it? Okay, new round it is. Oh dear, the Fae got the Joker. Pudding Tape shouts out as free action. Party be damned! Swarm the place! If anyone wants to spend Betty's to move up the combat tracker, you can. But otherwise, I think you're looking all pretty good. So you're okay. Okay, Pixie Swarm number 1 is going to carry on flying around the back of the house. Pixie Swarm. It's not a Pixie Swarm. It's just a pixie. going to get to there. Oh, it's going to get to the window, but it's not going to get in. And it's kind of